Welcome back to V8TV. This 1978 Trans Am is one of those cars that we all wish we had as a little kid, and our customer had the same dream and eventually made it happen. So this is another car that was already restored when it came here to our shop, but the owner wanted some performance upgrades and some drivability upgrades so he could take this car on long hauls like the Bandit Run or the Snowman Run or maybe even the Hot Rod Power Tour. So the plan was to install a fast EFI system under the hood, a 204-hour overdrive transmission, and change the rear gears. The downside is that this car had a leaky oil pan, so the customer asked our crew to fix that oil pan seal, and we found some bearing particles in the oil pan, which turned into an engine rebuild. And sometimes it's just the way these things go. But today the engine's rebuilt, installed. We've got our fuel injection swap almost done, transmission's in, rear gears are in, and it's getting ready to return to the highway. And we've got all of those installs coming up on V8TV video features, so look for those. This 51 Chevy truck here in our metal shop is another very cool project. It belonged to our customer's grandfather, and it was a work truck on a farm. It's sitting on a 1-ton chassis, it's 4-wheel drive, and our customer's grandfather actually fabricated a dump bed mechanism, so it's actually a dump truck. And it's been brought to us to be restored back to a functioning work truck. So we're reusing all that dump mechanism, just fixing the hydraulic pumps and cylinders and that kind of stuff, and then repairing a bunch of rust and rot that was found in the cab. And we're losing the original 216 cubic inch 6-cylinder in favor of a small block Chevy V8. The truck is going to be green with black fenders, and eventually it will be put back to work back on the farm. So another heirloom project, but a very cool one. This 1966 Chevelle is an SS 396 car, and it's another big project that we're doing here in the V8 Speed Resto Shop in the metal shop. It's got a lot of previous repair work that we're undoing in favor of some new sheet metal from OPGI. Everything on the back half of the car is going to get replaced, trunk floor, quarter panels. We've already repaired some spots on the floor. We're going to do a door skin. We've changed the front firewall from a stock heater hole to a custom-made panel to close that out. And once all the metal work is done, it's going to go into the body shop. It's riding on a restored frame with a rebuilt 396, a Richmond 5-speed, and air suspension. And this car is going to be painted a very cool color. It's an original GM color called Artesian Aqua. So it's a very nice bluish green metallic color. And you'll see all of the video of putting this car together coming soon on V8TV. This chassis and pile of all brand new parts is actually a 1986 Chevrolet Caprice 2-door. This car came to us. It was bought originally by our customer's grandmother. And it's another one that she never wants to see leave the family. Our customer ended up using this car when she was in high school and had a lot of great times with her friends. You know, kind of the same story we all have with old cars. So it came to us for a complete restoration. It's kind of unusual to see an 86 Caprice off the frame, but that's what she wanted, and we're happy to make that happen. The car is very clean, it's not very rusty. The frame was in really great shape. We're installing all new suspension pieces. This one is going to be a stock restoration except for the engine. It's getting a new GM crate motor instead of the old 305 that it had, so it'll be able to definitely smoke the tires and surprise a few people. It's going back to its original gray color with gray interior, and it's going to look like a brand new 1986 Caprice 30 years later. We've got several more Camaros back here in our body shop. This one is a neat project. It's a 69 car, and our customer always wanted a 69 Camaro but didn't have one, so we helped him locate this car and had it brought into our shop to be kind of transformed into the car that he wanted. This car came from Arizona, so it wasn't very rusty, but it did have some crash damage that we had to repair. So our metal shop put in a new tail panel and part of the trunk floor and did some quarter panel work. And now it's here in the body shop getting stripped, straightened, and soon it will go into paint. It's going to be a Corvette color called Cyber Gray. It's a real nice kind of pearly dark gray with a black stripe, and it's got a fuel-injected 350 small block Chevy engine and a 4-speed. It's not a real exotic car, but it's going to have a great stance, good suspension, it's going to look fantastic, and it's going to be a car that he can jump in and drive anywhere he wants without worrying about it. Well, we hope you've enjoyed your little visit here to the V8 Speed and Resto Shop. And we've got other cars that we're working on as well. The best way to keep tabs on what's going on here at the shop is to go to our website at v8speedshop.com. And maybe you've got an old car in your garage that you need some help with. We have a Contact Us button on our website. Feel free to reach out. Who knows? Maybe we can give you a hand restoring that car, making an upgrade, maybe even feature it on V8 TV.